The sound of waves crashing, the glow of a golden sunset, and a heartbeat echoing louder than the ocean itself. This is not just another summer night. This is the night everything changes. A love story built on years of friendship, heartbreak, and second chances is about to reach a turning point. And when the sun sets on Cousin's Beach, one question will rise above all the rest. Who will she choose? And who will risk it all for love? The summer has always been more than just a season. It's been a story of first loves, broken promises, and the kind of memories that never fade. For Belly, Conrad, and Jeremiah, every wave that touched the shore carried with it both joy and pain. But now, as the season nears its end, the air feels heavier, filled with the weight of decisions that can no longer wait. The games, the hesitations, the back and forth. This is the moment where choices must be made. Picture the camera moving over a quiet coastline. The beach is nearly empty, the last traces of laughter fading with the tide. A faceless silhouette of a girl walks barefoot along the sand, her hair carried by the wind. The sound of her voice plays softly in the background, layered with longing and fear. I thought I knew what love was, but maybe I was wrong. The trailer's energy rises. Quick flashes cut across the screen. Conrad standing alone, staring out at the water, his jaw tight with emotion. Jeremiah leaning back against the porch railing, his expression caught between hope and dread. And Belly, torn between them, caught in a storm of feelings she never imagined would become so real. The narrator's voice grows stronger, each word dropping like a promise. This summer wasn't just about growing up. It was about finding out who we are, and who we're willing to fight for. Faceless imagery guides the audience, close-ups of a hand brushing against another, but pulling away too soon. Shadows of two figures crossing paths without ever touching. The sun lowering behind the horizon as the world seems to pause. Every frame builds the tension. Every second makes the audience feel the pull of an inevitable decision, and then silence, just the soft echo of a breath. A close-up of a closed boxer ring hidden inside. The camera doesn't show the face of the one holding it, only the trembling hands that clutch it. The silence speaks louder than any words. Someone has decided. Someone is ready to risk everything, but the trailer doesn't reveal who. Instead, it lingers on the question, what happens when love can't wait anymore? The narrator whispers, the proposal will change everything. The screen fades to black, asterisk, the night doesn't wait for answers. It presses down, heavy with unspoken words, like the sky before a storm. Belly walks along the porch, the wooden floor creaking beneath her steps. She looks out toward the horizon, where the last streaks of sunlight vanish into the ocean's embrace. Her heart races, but not from the beauty of the view, from the weight of knowing someone she loves is about to ask her the most life-changing question of her summer. The camera cuts, quickly jerking between two worlds. Conrad, sitting alone in his room, a letter half-written on the desk beside him. His fingers brush over the page, but his eyes are distant, haunted by all the times he let words slip away. He whispers into the quiet as if she could hear him through the walls. I can't lose her. Not again. His voice cracks, raw and unguarded. Shift. Jeremiah stands in the driveway, headlights from a car painting his face in silver light. He pulls out a small velvet box, flipping it open, staring at the ring inside. His hands tremble, not with fear, but with longing. For him, this moment isn't about grand gestures. It's about proving he can be the one she trusts. He closes his eyes and exhales, muttering to himself. It's now or never. Every beat is edited like a drum in the trailer, heart pounding, pulse racing. The faceless imagery does the work. A close-up of lips pressed tight to hold back tears. Silhouettes of feet pacing back and forth, fingers gripping wooden railings until the knuckles go white. Each moment reminds the audience that someone's heart is about to break. The narrator's voice cuts in, sharper now, carrying both urgency and anticipation. Love doesn't wait. Love doesn't pause. Love demands answers, no matter the cost. Quick montages blur together laughter from earlier summers, the sparkle of fireworks in the night sky, stolen glances across crowded rooms. The joy of the past collides with the fear of the present, reminding everyone watching that this story has been years in the making. The stakes aren't just about romance anymore, they're about identity, loyalty, and the courage to finally say what's been left unsaid. Then, silence again. A sudden break. The soft sound of a breath being caught, almost choked back. As if the character is about to speak, but can't, the camera pans down to Belly's hand resting against her chest, the rhythm of her heartbeat rising in the background. She whispers in a voiceover, "How do you choose between the first boy you ever loved and the one who never let you go?" The question hangs in the air like lightning before it strikes. A storm rolls in. The screen flashes with a montage of emotions, the slam of a door, tears wiped away in the dark, a shadowed figure walking out into the rain. Someone is breaking, someone is fighting, and someone is ready to ask the only question that matters: will you marry me? But the trailer doesn't reveal who. The tension isn't about the answer, it's about the unbearable suspense of waiting to know. Who will risk it all first? The narrator lowers their voice, almost whispering into the viewer's ear. This is the moment where love becomes more than a promise. This is the moment where summer turns into forever, or into goodbye. The screen fades again, leaving only the echo of footsteps and the sound of thunder rolling over Cousins Beach. Asterisk, the storm has passed, but the silence it leaves behind is louder than thunder. The night air hangs still, thick with the scent of rain, as if the world itself is holding its breath. The camera lingers on small, fragile details, droplets of water sliding down a window pane, the flicker of a candle fighting against the wind, the tremor in someone's hand as they reach into their pocket, a velvet box. A single object, but heavy with meaning. It's not just jewelry, it's a promise, a vow, a question that could change everything they know about love, friendship, and the future. The screen never reveals the face of the one holding it. Instead, the shot stays tight, fingers clenching the box, opening it halfway, then snapping it shut again in hesitation. That silence is deafening. The narrator's voice returns, soft but firm, carrying the weight of destiny. One question. One moment. One choice that can never be undone. The trailer shifts in rhythm. Heartbeat-like sounds echo beneath the music, fast, sharp, almost painful. Quick flashes ripple across the screen. Belly standing on the beach at dusk, her shadow stretching across the sand. Conrad walking down the hallway with determination carved into his stride. Jeremiah rehearsing words under his breath, every sentence stumbling before it's complete. The faceless style sharpens the mystery. Viewers see only hands brushing against hidden boxes, lips parting but never speaking, a chair pushed back from a dinner table, the scrape echoing like thunder in the quiet room. The tension builds so tightly it feels ready to snap. Then comes the breaking point. The screen slows to near stillness. A shot of Belly turning around suddenly, eyes widening in shock. Another figure enters the frame, a blurred silhouette, stepping forward, rain-soaked, trembling but sure. Their hand rises, holding the box now open, the glimmer of the ring catching the faint light. The narrator whispers, almost in awe, "The proposal!" The moment no one saw coming. The music swells, strings trembling like waves colliding with rocks. Belly gasps, not because she expected it, but because the timing is impossible. Everything she thought she knew about her heart unravels in that instant. The montage explodes, Conrad gripping the railing of the beach house, his knuckles white, Jeremiah running toward the pier, a voice shouting in the distance but muted by the storm. Everything blurs together, the past, the present, the summer nights filled with laughter, and the quiet tears no one ever saw. Cut to black. The narrator's voice deepens. Who will she say yes to? The boy who first taught her how to dream, or the boy who never stopped believing in her? The trailer teases without answering. Viewers are left with fragmented images, the box dropping onto the sand, a single tear falling, a hand reaching out but not quite touching, and then, the most powerful silence of all, Belly's voice returns in a whisper, trembling, desperate, almost breaking. How can I say yes when it means saying goodbye to the other? The screen fades into a slow shot of the ocean waves, endless and restless, reflecting the chaos of her heart. The proposal is here, but the answer remains hidden. The narrator concludes, one summer, one love, one proposal that will change everything. The music crashes into silence. Only the sound of waves remains. Black screen. White text fades in. The Summer I Turned Pretty Season 3 Episode 12. The Proposal, asterisk. The sound of the ocean swells again, but this time it doesn't soothe. It roars, restless, mirroring the chaos inside every heart caught in this love triangle. The camera cuts to fast, fragmented images, shadows running through the rain, doors slamming, headlights flashing on a darkened road. Every shot feels like a memory shattering into pieces. The narrator's voice returns. Lower now, heavy with tension. Love is never simple. It's never easy. It's never just one summer. The screen floods with a rapid-fire montage. Belly spinning in the kitchen, laughter. Spilling out from another time, then fading into silence. Conrad standing at the beach house door, his reflection fractured in the glass. Jeremiah's face, half hidden in the dark, his lips trembling as though words are about to break free. Then, the proposal moment lingers once more, the ring box open and gleaming, suspended in time. But instead of showing the answer, the trailer pivots, the screen cracks like lightning, splitting into flashbacks of every tear, every kiss, every mistake that led to this night. The music builds layer upon layer, strings tightening like a heartbeat racing toward collapse. The narrator pushes harder, words cutting through the storm. One answer will seal a future. One answer will shatter a past. One answer will leave a heart behind. The faceless style amplifies the mystery. No full faces, only glimpses. Belly's hair whipping across her face as she turns away, a boy's hand slipping from hers at the last second, feet running down the pier as the waves crash beneath. The editing doesn't give relief, it fuels the ache of not knowing, and then silence. The kind of silence that feels dangerous. Belly's voice returns, soft, breaking, almost lost in the darkness. I thought summer would give me answers, but all it gave me were choices. Her words echo as the screen flashes white, then black, then white again, as if mirroring her confusion. The music explodes one last time, louder than ever, almost unbearable. The climax hits with a single, unforgettable line from the narrator. This is not just a love story. This is the proposal. That changes everything. The trailer cuts into its final montage, fireworks exploding in slow motion, waves crashing violently against the rocks, the ring glinting in a blur of light. Then two silhouettes, standing apart, staring at the same horizon, but separated by silence. The music dies away, leaving only the sound of the ocean. On a black screen, white letters appear slowly, one after another. One summer, one love, one proposal. The narrator whispers the final words, almost like a promise to the audience. Don't miss the most unforgettable episode yet. The title card slams onto the screen in bold white letters. The Summer I Turned Pretty Season 3, Episode 12, the PROPOSAL. The screen holds, glowing before fading into silence. Then, one last haunting sound, a breath, hers, his. Maybe both lingers in the dark. Cut to black.